fight fans, and welcome to the Square Circle, where we are pound for pound the best at discussing boxing past, future, and present. I'm your host, David Hamlin, and in tonight's episode, we're going to do things just a little bit differently. I've been under the weather this week, so I'm just going to stay off camera and save you from having to look at my monstrosity of a face. And I'm just going to do a nice voiceover with some quick update information. A number of things to cover tonight. Let's first take a look at the fight that's going to take place on Saturday night on HBO. We have Jacobs versus Selesky. They just weighed in today, and Jacobs came in at 159.6 pounds. And Selesky came in at 159.2, so they both made weight with no problem. And my pick for this fight is I'm going with the Miracle Man, Danny Jacobs. I think that his skill's gonna show up. I think he's a top 3 middleweight for sure. He gave Triple G all he could handle. Selesky is a pretty decent fighter, but I think working behind the jab and some good footwork and probably a lot of straight rights from Jacobs is going to win the night. But we'll see. So don't forget to tune in for that one on HBO. And let's talk about Thurman vacating his belt. He did not agree to the terms of the WBC, and he's been inactive for so long that he, rather than paying fines, just gave up the belt, which is kind of surprising for him because he bases everything off his career off having 2 titles. So now that it's down to 1, he lost a lot of bragging rights. And he needs to get his ass in the ring and take a freaking fight already. I know he's had the injuries, but he's not going to have surgery. He's not going to, drastically do anything to keep him out of the ring. So he needs to get his ass in the ring and get shit done. Because there's a lot of naysayers out there, and he has to go out and remind them that he's Keith one-time Thurman. Errol Spence Jr. is being cockier than ever. He does not respect Thurman. He doesn't respect his power or his accomplishments. He, in this last interview that I seen of him, he said, he was asked if he would ever fight Mikey Garcia, because Mikey Garcia, top 5 pound for pound on my list. I think Garcia is just insanely talented, but he's calling out Errol Spence Jr. and he's throwing it out there and seeing what Spence says about it. And Spence had this to say. He said, "I never thought about fighting Mikey Garcia before, but if he wants some, I'd like to add his name to my resume though." So that shows a little bit of, respect for his accomplishments. He thinks, obviously, that he's not a threat, being that he's the smaller fighter moving up weight. And, Spence can really bang, so add welterweight. And so can Thurman. So I just wish Spence would give Thurman a little bit of props, but he kind of downplays everybody's skill. Here he is talking about Lomachenko. And he's saying how much that he actually thinks he could be threatened in his next fight by Linares. And he even has given him a small possibility to win, but he is still leaning towards Lomachenko being able to handle his business on that night. But he also had this to say about Lomachenko: "I don't see anything really too special. I think they're overhyping him quite a bit. And I think a lot of people agree with that. They could be overhyping him being Lomachenko quite a bit. I mean, they kiss the freaking canvas that this guy walks on. He's got a lot of great movement, a lot of great combinations, good accuracy, knows how to place punches, knows how to slip punches. Let me get this mac and cheese in my mouth going here. Just a second now. Just gotta get a little bit of this mac and cheese here. Glass of milk. Anyway, excuse me, I'm having some dinner while I'm doing this. Where was I? Oh yeah. We're talking about Lomachenko. I mean, come on. The dude's talented, but everybody acts like he can't be beat. He's already got a damn loss on his professional record. I mean, let's not, sugarcoat this guy too much. He's got a lot of threats. I think he would have a world of trouble with Mikey Garcia. And I would actually, I'd probably put money on that fight towards Garcia. And, I mean, he cuts off the ring so well, Lomachenko won't be able to do all that crap that he does, and Mikey knows how to place punches. Mikey's definitely got the size and power advantage in that fight. And, he knows what he's doing in there. Rematch with Gary Russell after Gary Russell gets a few fights in. He's so inactive that it's sick. It's sickening. Gary, get out there and make some frickin' fights, man. Come on. And let's see, who else is around that division? I mean, he's gonna have to get some names on there. Let's see. Well, anyways, let's move on. Enough of that dude. I'm not a big Lomachenko fan, but I do respect his skill, but he is not unbeatable. I mean, let's get real. Errol Spence thinks he's not unbeatable, so I mean, and everybody's kissing his ass too, so I mean, maybe we should just listen to what Errol has to say. Let's see. Lomachenko versus Davis. That's a potential fight that's going to be made. And how do you see that going? I mean, that is a kick-ass matchup. Davis looked really good his last time out. Was that last weekend? And I think that speed and power, man. Geez, what a combination of speed and power that dude has. But he's got to stay focused. When he's focused, he's badass. But, a couple fights ago, he was kind of slacking and he looked ordinary. And, when he trains hard and he pays attention to what he's doing and eyes on the prize, looks real good. So that'd be a hell of a fight. I think Loma's going to have to get a little bit of a nod on that one as far as Vegas betting goes. Let me get this mac and cheese here. Oh, it's starting to get cold. I'm eating cold mac and cheese for you guys just to get this recording done. But I love you. So it's cool. Okay. And last thing to talk about. Wilder offering Joshua $50 million to get in the ring with him. And Eddie Hearn says, hey man, let's see a contract. You give me a contract and we'll do business. But right now all I have is a email from a dude from Alabama. And that don't mean jack shit. That's not exactly what he said, but that's what he's saying. He says, send me some real legal shit because you're just a dude from Alabama. But that dude from Alabama has a hell of a straight right hand, am I right? And that power. He touches Joshua. It's good night, man. It's good night. I'm actually leaning towards him on that fight. Better footwork, quicker. Joshua looks like a robot. If you watch my other videos, you know I think that about him. But, still a hell of a fighter. Very talented. Good combinations. But flat-footed, doesn't know how to bend his upper body. That European style sucks. But, it works for him, so whatever. Alright, that's it for tonight. So, please hit that like and subscribe. Appreciate that a lot. I'm going to get out another video real soon here with some good content. And until next time, remember to keep those hands up. And thanks a lot for watching. Take care.